All right. So, hey, hooray, and welcome to my stream. My name is MichaelDG145's, and welcome, my fellow Key Bears. So, today, I'm just kind of gonna go over, the disappointment, which is today. Thank you, Square Enix, for all your disappointment. So, I started my day as most people do, which is working, and the first thing I did was I waited and I said, okay, we're gonna get critical mode today. After the video that I did yesterday, talking about it, getting people ready for critical mode, it's still not here. Now, I just want to do a quick update into when it's coming, just for people who haven't been looking into when critical mode is going to officially arrive. So according to Kingdom Hearts Insider, which is a very viable source in regards to Kingdom Hearts news, I'm not sure if they got it straight from Nomura or where specifically they got this information from, but they did state today that the update will be here. So for people in Pacific time, you're going to be getting Kingdom Hearts 3 critical mode as of or around 7 p.m. They stated for individuals for Eastern Standard Time, you're going to be getting critical mode at or around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So basically, Eastern Standard Time, you're pretty much getting it on the 24th, especially if you're like someone like me who has to work the next day and, you are looking forward to playing critical mode and streaming it for your viewers. You pretty much are getting it tomorrow, the 24th. And as far as UTC time, which I'm not 100% sure, but I think that is like the universal time. Just give me one moment here. So yeah, it's considered universal time. Universal time is going to be getting it at 2 a.m. at or around 2 a.m. So that could really mean a couple of things. It could be that we could be getting it at exactly that time. We could be getting it an hour earlier, an hour later. Probably the way they go, I'm going to say, if anything, it could be an hour later the way Square Enix operates. They are not the kind of company that generally releases content early. They are more of a delay company, which is unfortunate because of the fact that they are such a very well put together company as far as the products that they come out with. But when it comes to timelines and deadlines, they do struggle as a company to meet timelines and deadlines. Or they release stuff or say stuff about release stuff too early, or they make mistakes in regards to the release stuff, which I don't know if it's, a translation issue between, them and whoever is providing the information on their website. They don't really make it clear, but what I have to say is I am very disappointed in how they stated that this was releasing today, but didn't really give a time frame as to when, because I think it really affected a lot of people, because a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting for critical mode because the game was A, just too easy in proud mode, and B, while there is no B, there really isn't a B, it really is just A. And I think everybody who's been really, really waiting for it is kind of a little bit disappointed that they did not give us a time frame as far as the next day. Now, generally, titles usually release their new content usually earlier in the day when it comes to the day of, Otherwise, what they'll do is they'll usually say, okay, it's going to release tomorrow at midnight. Which I don't know why they wouldn't have just done that. So that people, can get it and have the whole day to play it, instead of saying, oh, Critical Mode is releasing tomorrow in a free update. Basically for people in Pacific time. Literally, that really only applies to people in Pacific time or individuals who basically have no life and don't have to work the next day. That's really what Critical Mode released out for. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate for all of you individuals who saw my video yesterday and were like, yay, finally, Critical Mode, a harder difficulty mode. The game was way too easy. Now I can probably sit back, enjoy, and try to actually strategically play this game and feel like I'm actually having the experience or the difficulty setting that I want, which is what I'm looking forward to. I may get frustrated with the Critical Mode, I'm not going to lie, because I'm not like the best when it comes to gaming. Not going to lie, but I would have rather had a challenge and made it last a longer time. I think with these companies and video games in general is that they make these games too easy and people blow through it, and it kind of diminishes, at least for me, the experience of the game, because I already finish it. And I feel like one of the ways to make a game have longevity is to include a mode that's more difficult so that someone struggles with it, and that struggle ultimately will make the gaming experience last longer for a majority of the players out there. Now, I'm not going to say that that's going to be for all the players out there. Some players, obviously they make the different modes because some people just don't want the hassle of going through a very high difficulty mode to prolong the game per se. They may just want to enjoy the story, play through it, and don't necessarily want to get or have that challenge in regards to the game, and that's okay, and that's why they make the other modes. But I don't know, I'm more disappointed. I'm not disappointed in the fact that they made the mode. More disappointed at how they as a company portray or put information out there. And I'm not gonna not stop playing Square Enix games. I love the company. I love the games they develop. But I do see them as a company not being good at promoting their products. And I don't know if it's, like I said, it could be a translation thing. But ultimately, I feel like if they knew that it wasn't going to be until 10 o'clock, that should have been something that was included in the original message that they put out there. They should have said, for Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be closer to 10. For, Pacific Time, it's going to be 7. That should have been included in their message. And that's the problem with the company, is that they say stuff, and then technically, yes, they are right. It is releasing today. But for most people have to be in bed for the next day as far as work tomorrow. I mean, unless they think that their marketing is just for kids. But in that case, if it's for kids, then shouldn't they be releasing the content earlier in the day? Because children don't normally stay up till 10 o'clock at night. Most children, actual children, will probably not play this mode, A, and B, they're most likely not going to be up till 10 o'clock at night. Let's just be honest with that. But anyways, now that I've got enough of my frustrations out in regards to this, update. I'm just glad that you guys sat and listened to what I had to say in regards to how I feel about Square Enix as a company, in regards to how they are not very good at promoting their games in general, as far as release dates goes. They are very good as far as, so I mean, by promoting, I mean more like they're bad at promoting their, well, see, the word I'm using is pretty, because I mean, they're not bad at their promotional stuff. Their promotional stuff, like their trailers and their videos and stuff, yes, they're all good at making us getting hyped. But as far as like telling people like specifics on, you know, things releasing, they have a track record of, say, like, for instance, with Final Fantasy 15, there was a big fiasco where they were like, oh, we're gonna release the game this month, and then all of a sudden they were like, they couldn't meet the deadline, and basically they had to postpone it for 2 more months. So everybody who had been waiting for this game had to wait 2 additional months from the month they just thought they were going to get the game. And then, as far as this, what I'm just saying is they're not good with giving people their timelines. They just kind of are like, oh, we're going to release this. But they don't give you enough information sometimes, or they didn't, you know, I don't know. I think they just don't have good time management at the company, and it affects their release dates and their release times and knowing certain information on when they're going to actually get the product out there. And I think that's really the problem with the company in general. And hopefully I'm not saying that they haven't been working on it, because as a company, I feel like they have been working on it. They have gotten a lot better. And based on interviews and stuff that I've heard in regards to the company, Square Enix, they actually stated that, I just remember when they would, you know, release like 7 or 8 titles at E3 and tell people all about it, but the titles were more like in working progress titles. They weren't completed projects just yet, or even near completion products, which from what I'm understanding, they're working as a company to fix this particular type of issue in regards to deadlines. And hopefully going forward, this will not be a problem. But I just am very disappointed in them not providing a deadline, and I think a lot of other people, or a timeline as far as the next day, what they were actually going to do. They literally just released today that it was not going to be until 10. Now, why that is, I don't know. I'm not sure if it has something to do with Sony, or who exactly dictates this or puts out this type of content. But, you know, just want to let you know that maybe not everything that I've said today is very congruent. I think it's congruent. I think I want to say congruent. It's the only word I can think of right now, because I'm kind of just throwing out my thoughts and my ideas, and not always my thoughts and ideas. Me as a person, my thoughts and ideas sometimes change. even throughout a conversation when talking to myself, sometimes I have this way of like 1 minute I'll think a certain way, and then the next minute I'll be like, I'll think about it, I'll be like, maybe I didn't mean to say that. So that's just me as a person, but as of right now, I mean, I am kind of disappointed. I'm sure a lot of other people are disappointed as well, that we have to wait. So yeah, today, I think I am not sure what I want to stream. I was really wanting to stream Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical Mode. So, I don't know. I think I may wait. Let's see here. I don't know if it's gonna... I guess it really just depends. Like, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, it's still not up just yet. It's looking more and more likely that it will most likely not be here until 10. And if that's the case, then I most likely will not be playing it today. And if I do play it today, it's going to be for like a half an hour. And a half an hour is most likely... What does this say? Get back into PlayStation Plus and enjoy your games in online multi... It's not even online multiplayer for any of the games that I actually like. Like... I thought I might have hacked the system. Check for update. Nothing. Okay. So it's looking more and more likely that it's not going to come today. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this short segment of the stream. I'm going to go continue or do a little bit more conversing on my Twitch channel just to discuss it, just so that my Twitch followers also are able to participate in this. And remember, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and as always, YouTube. Everywhere online, it's Mana Key Bearer all together, except for my YouTube channel, which is Mana Space Key Bearer. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, you fellow Key Bearers, stay beautiful. Have a good night.